Palma. Oh,
man.
pass. That's unfair, right? Palma, 7 points in the game.
To Del Puentes.
Oh, wow.
Caloocan makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-pointer.
Oh, my goodness! He's a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
He just posterized Miles
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League and we are back at the Caloocan Sports Complex. Our main game this Thursday evening is a matchup between the veteran-laden Muntinlupa team led by Marvin Hayes, who's been really playing like at an all-star level. Kalaban niya si matchup na ngayon si Ronnie Matias na maganda rin yung pinapakita dito sa Caloocan. And of course, Jeff Manday, a first-time all-star. Unang season niya sa ating liga but he has really made his mark. He will also see action in our three-point shootout. Caloocan Batang Kangkalu against the struggling Muntinlupa Cagers dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Si Dav Tupas kasama si Javi Palania. Magandang gabi din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube and syempre we are live on Solar Sports. Good evening din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa pusop.com. Javi, Caloocan, having watched Pampanga lose to San Juan earlier, there's a big opportunity here for them tonight.
Tama ka dyan. While itong Muntinlupa naman, medyo matagal na silang di nakakatikim ng panalo. No? Itong Caloocan, they want to make sure they have this one in the bag because this ensures them home court advantage at least in the first round of the playoffs.
Gusto nilang hawakan ng mahigpit yung number 4 position dyan sa ating North Division playoff race. So mamaya makakasama din natin si Mika Abisami. So Marvin Hayes, has been ito si Marvin Hayes, maraming he wears many hats on this Muntinlupa team, but more importantly, he is the leader of this team. And against Abra, he just really showed ng konting laban para sa kanyang team. Alam niyang they were the heavy underdogs in this matchup, but Marvin finished with 15 points.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but Marvin Hayes did all that he could to at least salvage some pride for the Muntinlupa Cagers in that game. Went well above his average of 8 points per game. He had 15 on a very efficient shooting night. So for Marvin, all he needs from his team is that support around him and to make sure that each and every guy, they're trying to really produce para sa kanilang koponan.
Caloocan, on the other hand, they've been riding high on the hot hands of Jeff Manday this season. And Jeff, ang hirap nitong si Jeff Manday because he can get streaky and he does not need a lot of shots to make those baskets.
Tama ka dyan. Alam mo, pagpasok niya pa lang sa court, di na kailangan mag-warm up eh.
Oo.
When he gets that basketball, he's ready to launch and fire away. That's what's nice about Jeff Manday. Whether it's starting or coming off the bench, talagang matindi yung pag-asa na makaka-produce siya ng maraming bibigat na baskets para sa Caloocan.
14 points against Binyan in the last game. Well, of course, itong Caloocan, it's not been a one-man, two-man, or three-man show. It's been really a collective effort. And ang maganda dito is that, aside from, someone like Jeff Manday stepping up, merong veteran presence in Ronnie Matias who's been contributing as well para dito kay Coach Mike Sagigit.
At kung mapapansin mo nga, if you're gonna look at the numbers, first part of the season, even before the trade window, and even a little games, a little bit after that free agency trade window, hindi masyadong consistent yung mga numero ni Ronnie Matias. Makikita mo nga season average niya, 5.3 points per game lang. But when it matters the most in these last stretch of games, he is stepping up to the plate. 11 against Binyan, and that's against also a very talented front court in the Tatak Gel. So remarkable numbers for Ronnie Matias para sa Batang Kangkalu.
And of course, we will see how Muntinlupa fares here. They're trying to end their losing streak as they take on Caloocan. They're really up against it. And it's meet the starters courtesy of Richard Campos.
Forward number 1, Marvin Hayes. And the other forward, number 33, Ron Lastimosa. The head coach for the Cagers is Gino Ludovice. Assistant coaches, Mark Dandan, Don Bautista, Paulo Romero, Chico Terona, and Delon Hontelano. Team consultant is Mike Reyes. Team manager, Vince Harder. Team owners, Kaiser Galvez, Attorney Jem C, and Aya Saicon. And now, mga kalika, get on your feet, cause it's time to meet the starting unit for your Caloocan Batang Kangkaloo. Starting at guard, number 29, Joko Tayong Tong. Also at guard, number 30, Jeff Manday. Playing center, number 5, Ronnie Matias. Forward number 1, Romel Kalahat. And the other forward, number 11, Paul Sanga. The head coach for Caloocan is Mike Sagigit. The assistant coaches, Philip De La Cruz, Mark Orias, and Stephen Mapera. Team manager, Mac Robert Tichandu. Team governor is Jeremy Tin. The team owners are Dennis Flores and Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan.
The starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Muntinlupa has Kurt Lujera, Domark Patiliano, Mark Sarangay, Marvin Hayes, and Ron Lastimosa. Caloocan naman, Joko Tayong, Jeff Manday, Ronnie Matias, Romel Kalahat, and Paul Sanga. Our officiating crew, Seb Pingol, Karina Martin, Paul Francisco, and the substitute referee is Ray Gabriel. We are underway here. Caloocan gunning for win number 18 this season. Joko Tayong Tong, the spin move. Well defended by Lojera.
I'm surprised to see a rushed possession after the opening tip there galing kay Joko Tayong Tong. He really went at it quickly.
Here's Kurt Lojera. Matias secures the rebound.
They once again go to Kurt Lojera to man that point guard spot to start this game at the Muntinlupa Cagers.
Now they've gone to that numerous times this season. And Paul Sanga though drains the three.
This is how Caloocan has become so deadly this year. They become a better three-point shooting team. Paul Sanga has been with this team for a while, but I think the help that he has got with that guy on this squad has really pushed Caloocan to a different level.
Matiliano got the step, little Pinoy step there. Palpal ni Ronnie Matias, but Marvin Hayes scores underneath.
At narinig mo yun kanina na sinabi sa'yo, Mr. Tupas, na Marvin Hayes very excited for his first All-Star game.
Oo nga, sabi niya kung kailan tumanda, mayroong All-Star appearance.
Pero diba nila, nakakatuwa pa rin that you see that, you know, that giddy attitude coming from a guy his age to be very excited for his first All-Star. Nakakatuwa.
And there are a few things in life na kailangan mong ma-achieve at one point in your, and syempre alam natin si Marvin Hayes really is we get an up-close look at his life with his vlog, so even more meaningful, na mas nakikilala natin siya over the last few years na nag-vlog nga siya, and then ngayon celebrating and really happy with the personal achievement of making the All-Star team in the MPBL.
It's just really nice to see, a guy who was a bruiser in college. Didn't really expect him to be that guy to hog the spotlight. He wasn't really much of a star player in college, but he's blossomed into a very well-known personality in basketball.
Oh, ano ko pa to eh, na-cover ko to nung college yun si Marvin Hayes. Yung grupo nila, James Sena, to some extent, John Wilson. Nastimosa knocks down the three. Free-flowing basketball here to start the ball game.
And not a lot of setting up by these two teams to begin.
You know, one of the more, going back to Marvin Hayes, one of the more, unlikely guys na malalaman mong, na mag-all-star because he does a lot of things that don't necessarily reflect on the stat sheet.
You're right. He does all of those extra things. His hustle, the way that he tries to compete for rebounds. As you see, Sarangay hit a rare jumper from the perimeter. And just his veteran leadership, very much important for each team that he plays for. Dahil nga sa sobrang dami niya ng pinaglaruan na teams, he's always been a leader, and that's what he brings to the table, no? Kaya naman talagang tuwang-tuwa itong Muntinlupa that they have him to be able to lead this squad, although it has not really translated to a very successful season. I'm sure the way that they pictured it. But to have one of basketball's more reliable personalities on their team, a big plus para sa kanila.
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Nastimosa there, knocking down the three. Seven to 5 is the count. There's a whistle there. Domark Batillano will be in action in the three-point shootout on Saturday.
Now he's going to be a heavy contender for sure.
Former champion.
Yeah. Now to get that trophy out of the hands of two-time defending champion Orlan Mamar. I wonder kung sino sa mga participants natin ang talagang nagpa-practice with the racks, no?
Yeah.
A nice two-man game there between Matias and Paul Sanga out of the right side of the floor. You don't usually see Paul Sanga putting the ball on the deck and attacking, trying to set up somebody coming from a screen action.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Split at the line para kay Ronnie Matias. 9-6 ang ating score dito.
I still remember the first time I was able to catch Ronnie Matias playing basketball on TV. I think he was still with Farex in the PBL.
Oo.
If I'm not mistaken.
Good lakas ng team na yun, ha?
Lakas yung team na yun.
Chris Ross yung point guard nun.
Yes.
Tayong Tong runs out of space. Foul siya ni Domark Matiliano bago siya nakapasa ng bola. And another guy, also a really great guy, a really great player, nice guy off the court.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Josh Orbistondo.
Oh,
Si Mr. Fireball
the
himself.
fireball, yes.
Pero malakas yung team na yun, naalala ko. Na-cover ko yun sa PBL dati. Matias misses the three. Goes away from Manday.
Just couldn't handle that pass coming from JJ Manlangit.
Doon ko rin sa mga panahon na yun, nakita sila, Jay Collado.
Ayun, no, tama.
Sa
Sila yung mga young guns nun, eh.
Oh, Big Chill.
Big Chill, yes, yes.
I think our colleague Christian Wanson was, meron nagkakampi din sila ni Jay dati.
Yes, oo.
Lohera will fire. That won't go. Rebound, nakuha ni JJ Manlangit.
Bago siya naglaro para sa Harbor Center, nandun si Christian Luanson.
Grabe. Ang bilis ng panahon.
Indeed.
Ngayon, nandun pa rin si Ronnie Matias. Naglalaro pa rin eh. Matiliano is blocked by Manlangit.
Yeah, I would have really loved to have seen Crystal Loanzon still in action at this time. No, I mean at this level. We've seen him in action still dun sa kanyang alumni league.
Oh, binigyan pa ako ng binigyan pa tayo ng information ni Coach Louie.
Ayun, ano yun?
Sila Real Cervantes ang kalaban nun, Oracle.
Uy, oo nga, tama.
Oracle Residences. Lapit sa'yo yun ah.
Oh, malapit nga
Lapit
yun.
sa'yo yun ah.
Just a few meters away.
Hindi ko na sasabihin kung saan ano.
Sila
Baka puntahan ka. Lohera will drive and finish. Oh, Muntinlupa up by 7 here. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Barcuma will launch the 3. Kurt Lohera grabs the rebound. Puroy Katimbuhan has entered the game. And you would think magbabago ang pwesto, pero si Kurt Lohera pa rin yung nagdadala ng bola. But Barcuma comes up with a steal. Joey Barcuma.
Now it's these two really puny guards for Caloocan on the floor for them in Joey Barcuma and Irvin Palencia.
Pang track and field tong shorts ni Joey Barcuma eh.
At pag track and field rin talaga ang bilis ng dalawang player na ito. Defensively, they're just so hard to bring the ball up against.
Either track and field or Muay Thai. Marvin Hayes with the basket.
Ganyan din mag-short si Joel Liu eh.
Di pareho sila lahat. Manlangit challenges Katimbuhan up top. Foul given up by Puroy.
Pero wala na mas iikli sa shorts ni Carlos Sumabat.
Oh, maiksi din. Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
Joey Barcuma, he just really plays those passing lanes well. If you're gonna stand around and wait for the basketball to come to you instead of meeting the rock.
Naririnig niya eh, yung comment mo, Alves eh. Patingin dito. Under 3 minutes remaining, Caloocan. Medyo struggle dito, Caloocan. 3 of 12 shooting. JJ Manlangit split at the free throw line. 15-9.
Well, I guess this improved defense of Muntinlupa in this game has a lot to do with a new guy that's on their bench. I think this is the first time I've seen him on this Muntinlupa bench this season. Former Cebu coach Mike Reyes.
I think he's been there for a while. Eh, ano siya eh. Pero a few games ago pa yata siya dyan eh.
Oh, okay. Ngayon ko na napansin.
Cortesa leaking out. Miggy, the turnaround. Yes. Off the glass and in para kay Miggy Cortesa. But Muntinlupa, you feel like it's a team right now that's playing without the burden. Without a burden. Parang
Free flowing.
mas magaan yung pakiramdam nila ngayon. And that's why they lead here 17-9 in the first 8 minutes of this ball game. We'll be right back. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. The result for Muntinlupa early this week, not the prettiest, but alam natin kung gaano kabigat makalaban itong Abra Solid North Weavers.
They have been a problem for everybody else in the league. Nobody has found a solution to them. Kaya naman kaabang-abang rin talaga yung laro ng Abra laban sa San Juan. Can the Knights actually put up a fight against them?
No, JJ Manlangit, they're just relentless right now.
I think they're not gonna allow Muntinlupa to just run away with it here in the first quarter. This is the first time they played on their home floor after months this season. So I'm sure Coach Mike Sagigit has given them instructions to really work hard to try and chip away at this deficit before the first quarter ends.
Kantimbuhan, he will run out of time. He was not aware with the clock situation.
I think one thing that comes with this losing streak of Muntinlupa is the fact that Puroy Katimbuhan hasn't been himself also in this 11-game losing streak.
And he started out really strong as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Javi.
Sila ni J.R. Flores actually.
June Bonsubre scores inside. Ramos, double team. Nakakahabol na dito, Caloocan. Miggy Corteza, that one-hander.
Fresh off the bench there, Miggy Corteza right away taking it to the basket. Specialty of the house yan para kay Miggy Corteza, those one-hand push shots.
And JJ Manlangit with an answer, 19-16, just like that. Caloocan turning up the heat here late in the first quarter.
I've always loved watching JJ Manlangit on the floor. Very versatile player. Can play multiple positions. Inside, outside. Really has that nice stroke. Kaya pwede mo siya asahan as the screen provider and also as the user of that screen, handling the basketball.
Corteza against Manlangit. Miggy. That's short. Bagsak si Puroy. Irvin Palencia with the basketball. Manlangit now. Irvin with the recovery. Barcuma has it. Short. Marge De Leon trying to save that basketball. But it will stay with Caloocan. 24.2 seconds remaining in the game clock in the first quarter, but 10 seconds on the shot clock. Valencia. Tukasin. Manlangit will fire. Yes! That's two triples para kay JJ Manlangit here in the first period.
We're all tied up. 5 seconds left.
Marge is fouled by JJ.
And not a good foul there by Manlangit. Should have just let that shot go up. Just put your hand up and try to challenge that one. Clock winding down. You should not let De Leon get a crack at it anymore.
And De Leon knocks down the free throw. Just like that, no, Avi?
That was a very quick lead dissipating for Muntinlupa.
Split at the line, and that will do it. Muntinlupa will remain ahead at the end of one, but Caloocan, signs of life there in late in the first period.
Yeah, 13 of their 19 points coming from the bench. Itong Caloocan Batang Kakaluban, the starting unit of Muntinlupa, really setting the tone here, right? Marvin Hayes, first-time All-Star this coming Saturday, making a basket. JJ Manlangit, part of those 13 bench points for Caloocan. He had 2 threes in that first period. They're down Caloocan by just 1 point after Muntinlupa was off to an early lead.
Back at the Caloocan Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Coach Mike Sagigit suggested a team building before the playoffs. Being a coach of a team this loaded in the pros, he felt like he wanted to know them more on a personal level as he is a relasyon over XOs guy, no? Ang na-discover niya, itong mga mama na to sa court, ay malalaki pala ang puso. They had an open forum of spiritual meditation. Guess who they all said was most emotional? Yung pinag-uusapan nyo kanina, Ronnie Matias. Sabi nga ni Barkuma, he was shocked. Kasi takot daw siya lumapit kay Kuya Ronnie, no, dati. Maybe almost twice his size. Pero malambot din daw pala ang puso. Coach Mike also had a deep conversation with Jesse Somoda, a guy he needs to step up come the playoffs as their lone five right now in his words. Early planning for the Batang Kangkalu and they are closer than ever. Sit up, Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. So, beneath the really tough exterior is a softy in Ronnie Matias.
Who would have thought, no? The most emotional on a team.
Pero it's really nice to get to know, you
Yeah.
know, for Coach Mike, lalo na sa sitwasyon niya na kakapasok na lang dito sa Caloocan this season, is still trying to get to know the players. You know, syempre, Ronnie Matias, galing din ng anak niya maglaro. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Ilang taon na ba ang anak mo?
Teenager. Para halos kakampiyatan ng anak ni Robbie Celis.
Oh, okay.
Yun ang backcourt.
Interesting.
So,
I wonder how their sons get to outshine yung kanilang mga tatay.
malayo. Malayo pa. Marami pang kakainin bigas.
Panigurado yan.
But the potential is there, definitely. Mukhang kailangan din natin ng team building. Tayo rin yata. Pwede ba yun?
Yung team building, no? Siguro yung... kailangan natin.
Kailangan. Bago mag-playoffs din, no?
Bago mag-playoffs. Feel ko kailangan natin. I think that it is an essential part to our team chemistry also.
Ganda ng maganda lagi pag nagkaka-banding ang lahat.
So, sino kaya ang maging tagged as most emotional?
Matindi yan. Matindi yan. Ports, ha? Ikaw ang kandidato ko.
Talaga? Bakit ako?
Huwag mo akong ha? Ikaw ang kandidato.
Ako pa talaga, ha? Feeling ko nga ikaw, eh.
Aba? Hindi. No. Ako ang facilitator.
Ligtas ka, ha?
Oo,
Madaya.
Ako mag-aayos ng ating mga activities. Ako mag-initiate ng mga games.
Parang nakakatakot pala yung team building na yan. Wag na lang pala. Okay na pala tayo.
No?
Just like how Caloocan's doing okay right here in the second quarter. Chris Beton, he was injured for quite some time for Caloocan, but look how seamlessly he has gone back into this team.
2 possessions, 2 big plays for Chris Beton. The steal, and then the assist to Rael Cervantes, and before that was the layup.
See here, scramble for the basketball. Palencia picks it up. Beton runs the floor. Little screen set by Bonsubre. Easy lay-in for Chris.
And then si Beton na naka-steal. At siya naman na pumasa kay Rael Cervantes. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Caloocan with a 3-point win against Binyan. Ganun na pala hindi nakakadaro nito Caloocan, no?
It's been a while, really. August 18 pa.
No, ito pinas kong cover eh. Bago nung this week eh.
Actually, oo nga.
Oo, matagal-tagal din eh. No? Ganda ng tapos ng game na yun. No? It was a Binyan actually, nakahabol sila dyan eh.
They made a beeline for it during that fourth quarter. Unexpected personalities contributing to that. Bam Lopez was a part of that run. But eventually, Caloocan maintaining their poise in that end game. If you take a look at the numbers, it's really the three-point shooting of the Batang Kakulu that helped them in that game. 12 out of 25 compared to 5 out of 21 only for the Tatak Gel.
Cervantes inside, bullying his way for the deuce.
I'm sure Caloocan is very happy to see Real Cervantes slowly getting back into some good form here for the Batang Kakulu. Earlier in the season, I think he was also troubled with some injuries, was in and out of the lineup, kaya hindi rin masyado nakakalaro eh. But alam naman natin, he is still so much more of a threat rather than not para dito sa Caloocan.
I tell you, Caloocan and Chris Biton and Jogi Lau, they have two of the more interesting hairstyles in the league.
A mullet and what do you call this for Chris Biton? Samurai hair.
Samurai. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Just like his game, Chris Biton's hair has evolved.
Oh yeah.
Over the years.
From curly to straight.
Oh!
Nakita mo na ba siyang short hair?
Yeah. Unang mga ano niya dito.
Sa Manila, no?
Oo, nung si Aris Junicio pa yung ano niya, running mate niya.
Same pa sila ng hairstyle noon, if I remember right.
Oh, medyo maiksi pa nun. Pero ngayon, ano na eh, no? Ano lang yung matindi lang yung kay Chris kasi ano eh, ayos na ayos eh.
Yun na nga eh.
Ang ganda ng bagsak. Naiingit tuloy ako.
Baka magpaganyan ka rin.
Hindi na. Magpapagupit na ako bukas. Ano na eh, may nagrereklamo sa OB ban eh. Although I've been getting a lot of compliments.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of the positive comments about it.
Oh.
It's just like I'm sure Real Cervantes will get. He really has been that reliable muscle inside the paint. Off the bench for Caloocan. Pag naupo yung mga batang players, Romel Calahat, JJ Manlangit, you have Real Cervantes to turn to at that fourth spot for Caloocan.
Yan yung early 2010s na uy, huwag naman ganun. Grabe naman to, nakakahiya naman.
Yung buhok mo kasi ngayon, medyo may mix ng pagka-Korean, medyo may pagka-90s. Sabi mo nga kanina, Bobby Andrews, John Prats, mga ganong datingan. So, it's a mix of modern and vintage hairstyles.
Nakaisa ka doon ha, Mr. Palanya ha. Nakaisa ka doon ha.
Paminsan lang.
Hindi ko expect na ilalabas mo si Bobby Andrews at si John Prats. Tinatago ko yun eh. Mga idol ko yun eh.
Pagkabata ko rin naman kasi yan, kaya hindi ko rin naman mapagkaila. Nakilala ko rin yung mga yan.
Jeremy ka ba? Nagkakapasok lang. Malalim din itong Caloocan, no?
They're really deep. I think for me, coming into the postseason, they just might be the dark horse of the North.
And you know what's different about this team along with among the other teams is that there are so many clever and smart players on this team. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Someone who can, a lot of your players can pretty much control a game. No, someone like a Joko Tayungtong, Jeremy Cabanag can control the game. Chris Biton can control the game.
Na talagang bagay na bagay sa sistema ni Coach Mike.
So this is something of a luxury for them that I don't think other teams, most of the teams in this league have.
I certainly agree. If you ask me, this team is actually tailor-fit to the needs of Coach Mike Sagigit.
Maraming magaling na decision makers itong team na to eh.
And when you run the triangle, the decision makers don't necessarily just have to be the guards. In fact, you need good decision makers also sa mga big men mo. And dito sa team na to, marami rin sa mga front court players natin ang pwedeng mag-desisyon na maayos para dito sa kanilang kupunan.
And Caloocan turning things around here in the last 6-7 minutes or so.
But Muntinlupa, they're holding strong here, trying to not allow themselves to get into a deep hole. Para sa kanila, ang importante, dumikit lang sila dito. Just give themselves a chance the entire game and try to snatch it away.
That's Jeremy Cabana.
Easy pinch post action right there. Which resulted in a two-man game between Cervantes and Cabana. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Because most of the time, you will have guys making decisions on the fly in that elbow, which they call the pinch post in the triangle. It will fall on the shoulders of that guy to decide on whether he will try to score or see the play develop from the strong side or the weak side.
Pupunta sa linya si Kurt Luhera. Nasa penalty na ang Caloocan. They've been handed this updated team standings, Javi, in the remaining games. It really gets interesting. And you feel like the top, of course, the top three is pretty much secure in the north. Depende na lang kung sino ang mauuna.
Yes. Matter of seedings na lang to, no?
But
4-5, 4-2, maybe 9, I would say.
I think 4-7.
All right.
4-7. You just want to avoid the play-in. You know, if you want to avoid the play-in, Pangasinan, Pasay, Pampanga, Caloocan. May mabigat pang laban na Caloocan. They will may ano pa to eh. May Pangasinan pa sila eh.
And Zamboanga.
And Ilagan.
Actually, yeah,
Ilagan.
Those are really tough teams. Those last 3 games of theirs prior to Sarangani.
So for Pampanga, actually, kung titingnan mo, itong Pampanga, they have Muntinlupa, Parañaque, Davao, and Bulacan. 4 teams that have better records, that have worse records than them, no?
Yep, winnable games.
Heavily favored sila doon. And then sa Pasay naman, Bulacan, Marikina, Imos, and yung Binyan, yun yung medyo tricky na scenario sa kanila. We could see Pasay go on a 10-game winning streak, and then, that last game of the regular season against Binyan could be very, very interesting. And then Pangasinan has Caloocan, Cebu, Manila, Mindoro, Rizal, and Imos. Marami-rami pa to ang Pangasinan.
And in those 6 games of theirs, medyo matindi yung karamihan dyan. Caloocan, Cebu, Mindoro, Rizal, those teams I'm sure will give them a really good fight. Especially, you cannot count out Cebu because they're really trying to make a push. Siyempre, Caloocan and Mindoro, Rizal, those teams have almost the same or a higher win-loss record than they do.
I do believe itong but we have a timeout muna tayo dito, no? But we will continue breaking down these scenarios that we have here, heading into our MPBL playoffs. We'll be right back. Our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. So, may naghahanap ng pagkain. Joke lang.
Sino ba yan?
Hindi ko alam. Naka-uniform eh. Naka-uniform na MPBL. Lumapit, naghanap ng pagkain. Hindi ko alam. Itatago ko na lang sa yung unang letter ng kanyang pangalan. Letter M. 33-27 here and just unfortunate here.
Yeah, this is where it gets really sloppy para sa Muntinlupa. These particular moments have really cost them a lot of their games in this 11-game losing streak of theirs. You would see them sometimes start strong and then there's this moment where the other team comes back. They try to maintain a manageable distance against them and pababa ng pababa yung naging level of play nila.
And Jeremy Cabanag, the Caloocan, except for that slow start, they are very sharp right now.
They are look very sharp. And what's nice is after that first quarter, you see everybody coming in ready to play. That guy is always ready to play. I hope that for Muntinlupa, it rubs off on the rest of their players. This energy of Marvin Hayes.
Real Cervantes. Wanna go down low? Hindi. Sige kay Ronnie Matias. Cabanag again. He gets in the lane. That's a travel. Same foot landing.
If there has been one constant this season, it has been that.
3-point shot is brought to by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliance. But, may mga 5 steps na hindi natatawagan. Okay?
Yes, yes.
May mga 4-5 steps na hindi natatawagan. Time out muna tayo. Kaway-kaway ang mga kaibigan natin dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex. Our 2025 All-Star Game is all set in Binyan on Saturday. The 3-point shootout, slam dunk contest, executive game, and then the North versus South. Yan ang ating first 5. Camson, Hernandez, Tolentino, Gonzalez, Sawat. Para sa South, sa North mamaya makikita nyo. 6 ang namang ng Caloocan, bola ng Muntinlupa. Domark Matiliano. And may foul on the shot of Mark Sarangan.
Warning on number 16, Erwin Valencia for sportsmanlike behavior.
It's actually a very tough stretch dito for Pangasinan, Navi, if you think about it, because this is 6 games this month. Kahit sabihin mong iba, hindi ganun ka lakas, no? No special deal for MoneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. You know, 6 na game pa rin yun. Well, a lot of postponements really. And Real Cervantes, 11 points in the ball game. Ano muna si Coach Gerson. busy sa ngayong buwan. But it's gonna be hard, no? Kahit ma-sweep nitong Ilagan ng kanilang last 3 games. Pasig, Marikina, Caloocan ang natitira sa schedule ng Cowboys. And then, even with that, Pangasinan holds the tiebreaker. So, medyo, ano na to, no? Ilagan, I think, with one more win, they can lock up that number 8.
Yep. And I think Bataan, on the other hand, also with one more win, can lock up that number 9 spot.
Well, Bataan lost. They lost to Pasig, Avi. So, Pasig has the tiebreaker.
Oh nga pala, no? Yeah, I forgot about that. So,
Pasig has the tiebreaker, but as we close out this first half right here, Pasig though has Ilagan, Mindoro, Abra, and Jensen.
so a tougher schedule ahead. para sa
Sarangani,
kanila.
Bacolod, and Valenzuela naman ang Bataan. So it's the end of the first half here. Caloocan, Batang Kalu, led by the veteran Real Cervantes, 11 points all in the second period.
On a variety of shots here in the second quarter. He was given some open looks and he took advantage. 39-32 for the Batang Kalu.
Masaya ako na napili ako and appreciative ako sa MPBL kasi yun nga, first time ko makapag-ranas ng All-Star sa kahit anong level of the game. Ayun, yung All-Star dito parang seryosohan din talaga. So, expect ko rin na mag-go hard din lahat. So, pero siyempre, andun pa rin yung respeto sa isa't isa. And All-Star pa rin naman siya, so sana wala rin may injury ganun. For me, expectation ko lang siyempre maging competitive game kasi yun nga, best of the best sa North, tapos best of the best sa South. So ako expectation ko lang is gonna be a competitive game. Ayun, talagang happy lang ako na pinik nila and parang malaking opportunity to para sa akin. Ni-invite ko po kayo buong mga MPBL fans sa Laguna na manood po kayo ng All-Star game namin. See you there po. Sa lahat ng MPBL fans, lalo na sa mga tao sa Binyan, kung wala ko yung ginagawa sa September 6, Saturday, MPBL All-Star guys, may 3-point shootout, may executive game, at saka may dunk contest. So hopefully makanood kayo guys and makakapaglaro rin ako sa MPBL All-Star. So hope to see you guys there.
Inside, Caballero finds Tolentino. Beautiful. Such a wizard with the ball. Ito si Giano Caballero.
A nifty no-look pass. Galing kay Giano Caballero, wowing everybody here inside the Inares Center.
Dito ng Pangasinan. The bench. Oh, what a pass! CBC with a finish. The wraparound special galing kay Chino Mosqueda.
Pang ilang magandang pasa rin, Chino Mosqueda. Really good looks from Chino.
Where are you going, ladies and gentlemen? I have something special para sa aking kakampi. Si Carl Brian Cruz, Chino Mosqueda, a special delivery.
Hirapan siya makuha yung kanyang mga puntos, make him bleed for his points.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Tabi, what a move! That was nasty. Cyrus Tabi.
That's a righteous crossover.
Yes, it's a great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Wow. I mean, what a move. Stepping back to set up the righteous crossover.
Robles. Marcelino, the spin. Oh, what a finish!
Oh my!
Parang twister.
He twisted parang 2 beses pang umikot sa hirap ng
Twister
tira.
Price.
Oo.
Twister Price move.
Nice.
Gonzalez wants magbuhos on the other side because he wants this step back to drop! LJ Gonzalez! It is his time. It's the fourth quarter, 67-63.
Well, again, the offense of LJ against the defense of JC.
This is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness. Gets the ball to LJ. Sandagon, that's a risky pass. Gabanal dumps it to Simon, who's fouled! The basket will count. for Simon Sandagon. This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Gab Banal's poise right there on full display. Free throw, 83-69. Boom, boom again! Boom, boom, Tampos with a throwdown. Just gliding that one and hammering that one home. Boom, boom, Tampos. Couple of dunks here in the final period. Desiderio for three. Shadow malakas. Talo with the rebound. Finds Martel. Labas kay Meneses. Martel gets it back and throws it down. He drops the hammer out of nowhere. Leon Martel. Martel taking off with the right hand right there. Nobody challenging Leon Martel. Rebound ni Credo. They have to go now. Abdul has it. Sawat inside and we're tied. 8.5 remaining. Oh, ball is loose, and it's Zamboanga basketball. What a turnaround here in Palayan City. 82 all. What a comeback para sa Zamboanga.
See that shot right there by Alin Bolanadi. That fell short. Credo off to the races, trying to find an open teammate. Found Sawat, immediately catch and move, testing the middle defense and getting that shot.
To Chavez, they have time. Chavez, the layup! Will that count though? Will that count? Wow. Will that count? I thought
He turned on the Jets, but I think it's going to count. I think it was just in the nick of time.
hold on to your horses, folks. Pajarito quickly to J.R. Chavez, and here he comes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes!
Just in the nick of time.
We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime, folks. J.R. Chavez sending this one to OT with that late drive, beating everyone else. Halftime dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex. The Batang Caloo shrugging off a slow start dito sa laban nito against the Muntinlupa Cagers. Mabagal na simula ng Caloocan. They were pretty much down for I think the entire first quarter, and then bigla na lang uminit at biglang nagtakbuhan itong mga gwardiya nila.
Yeah, when their bench came in, Irvin Palenza and Joey Barcuma, they led that unit that actually made it different for the Batang Caloo in this game. Ayan, si Chris Biton kasama rin dun sa 5 na yon. And then JJ Manlangit coming to life with those 2 threes helped set the stage for the second quarter where Rael Cervantes dominated, scoring all of his 11 points in this game in that 1 quarter alone.
Well, what a luxury to have. 33 of your 39 points in the first half, courtesy of your bench.
You're right. Yeah, that was the difference in this game. Those guys from the bench, they were ready to really make amends to what the starting 5 failed to do against the Muntinlupa Cagers in that first quarter. Diferensya naman dito sa side ng Muntinlupa, medyo matamlay yung pasok ng kanilang mga bench players.
There is Cervantes, the leading scorer here, 11 points. JJ Manlangit had 9. Dead shot din.
Oh yeah,
JJ
he is.
Manlangit.
Gaya na sinabi ko kanina, he can score in multiple ways. He can hurt you in different kinds of shots, with different kinds of shots.
Tayong-tong with a jumper. It's short. Rebound ni Matiliano. Ng Timbuhan na with Sarangay. Marvin Hayes. We'll see what Muntinlupa can come up with here. Hayes, that's a tough shot. And Romel Kalahat. Hindi niya nakuha yung rebound. Nakuha naman ni Manlangit. Manday on the move. He knocks down the long two.
You give up a miss. You gotta go back down. Find your man. Nobody marking Jeff Manday. I heard Marvin Hayes scream, "Uy, tao! Sinong tao ni Jeff Manday?" Nobody was paying attention to Jeff Manday there.
Luhera. Hayes will drive. Blocked by Kalahat. Not giving up. Marvin Hayes. There's a foul.
And he is trying his damn best right now to influence his team by being an example on the court. Siya na nga nag-manage dito, pero di niya naman tao yan, si Jeff Manday. Nobody stopped the basketball. That's why he got space to launch that three. Medyo late na nga yung naging challenge doon ni Marvin Hayes. Just so happened he was in the vicinity there.
Getting some clarification here.
Technical foul on number 31, JJ Manangit for unsportsmanlike behavior. Second infraction.
Oh, JJ Manangit has been teed up for unsportsmanlike behavior. Interesting.
I think there was some trash talking that happened before Marvin Hayes was even set to take the free throw.
And Domark Matiliano will take the free throw. Take a technical free throw. He knocks it down.
And even if Marvin Hayes makes two of these shots, important for Muntinlupa to increase not just the intensity defensively, but the awareness as well. They have to communicate and they have to make sure that everybody is on their man and everybody is aware of the defensive pattern they're trying to play.
41-34. Inside, Bitoon.
Puroy Katembuan caught behind Chris Biton. When you're cutting, when your man is cutting towards the basket, if you're behind, it talaga mahihirapan ka to get in front because when the guy catches, just like what Chris Biton did, he used the ring as protection from his man, Puroy Katembuan.
Manday, a three. No. Rebound, Katembuan. O Matiliano rather. Ito naman ang worry mo kay Manday, no? Pag nagmiminti siya, sunod-sunod din minsan eh.
He's as streaky as they can get. And that's in the good and bad way.
Hayes and the foul on Kalahat. He is really a talino talaga ni Marvin Hayes. No? Veterano yung galaw na yan. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And he actually turned his back on his defender. And coaches always teach you on man-to-man defenses is to see the man, you, and the basketball. So you have to be in between the man in the basketball all the time. Para makita mo pareho kung ano yung nangyayari.
43-36. Kalahat. In and out. Rebound. Nakuha ni Tayong-tong. Balik kay Chris Bitoon. Bitoon gets a running start. That is off a Muntinlupa player.
Four seconds on the shot clock. 4 seconds to shoot.
Oh, What a shot. Chris Biton.
He's just so savvy ito si Chris Biton. Knows what to do. Clock winding down, walang problema yan.
Kantimbuhan. Binigay kay Matiliano. He will attack. And he will miss. Manday. Labas kay Bitoon. Manday is wide open. Andun agad si Kantimbuhan. Chris Bitoon lays it in for 2.
It looked like Muntinlupa just rolled the red carpet out there para kay Chris Biton. They know he's a lefty. They should have clogged the lane there. Instead, easy access para kay Chris Biton to the cup. Check it out right here. Goes through the kalahat screen. Pays a little token defense on the help. Sarangay also rotates. But pretty much no resistance galing sa Muntinlupa on that defensive play.
On the other end, Kalahat. Oh, muffs the layup. Manday is right there. Binigay kay Matias. That forces Muntinlupa into a timeout. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. It's been one-way traffic para sa Caloocan.
Yeah, no way for Muntinlupa to progress here if they keep allowing stuff like this to happen. This is off a turnover by Mark Sarangay, wherein there was not even that much pressure on him.
Commissioner Kenneth Deremdes and Head of Operations Emma Oreta and Head of Security Rudy Distrito there. (49-36) Caloocan extending the lead to 13. Sarangay binigay kay Lohera up against Tayungtong. Kurt pulls up, tough shot, he puts it in.
But a pretty move leading up to that basket galing kay Kurt Lohera. DHO on one side, and then Lohera did the rest there, eluding the defense with a series of moves.
Magic Ramos for Poroy Kantimbuhan.
49-38, Kantimbuhan goes back to the bench. Patrick Ramos comes in. Manday. Binigay kay Matias, balik kay Manday. No good on that jumper. That is last touch of a white shirt.
Wow, Jeff Manday has missed, I think, already 4 straight shots here in the third quarter alone.
40 to shoot.
Manday on the drive. Ayaw. Cervantes.
And Paul Sangat cheering him on from that bench. Matagal na magkasama yung dalawang yan.
It's a miss. Tapik napunta kay Bitoon. Chris Bitoon. Cervantes is there. Dalawang veterano.
He was very patient off of that Chris Biton feed and not force it up quickly. Instead was waiting for Marvin Hayes to get off his feet. A series of little pump fakes to force that foul on Marvin Hayes.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL and our All-Star game as well. No? Sinilip namin ni Avi konti yung uniforme.
I love the colors. I love the combination of colors for this year's All-Star.
Kulay ni kulay ni Binyan. And also Mayor Jel Alonte. Inspired yung colorways natin. Okay din, no? You know, our guys here, marketing guys are doing a great job. And syempre, led by our commissioner, Kenneth Derende, CEO Joe Ramos. Ano yan, mga really a collective effort every time there's something, you know, there's a big event para sa MPBL. There's a challenge here. Mike Sagigit has requested for a challenge, and we will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
The challenge is successful for Caloocan on this out of bounds. The last touch ni Marvin Hayes right there. (52-38). Halfway through this third quarter. Caloocan already in penalty. Kasin will shoot. He will miss. Ramos. Parang ano no? The trend of this game. Muntinlupa will get a few baskets here and there, but you know, off misses by Caloocan, but when Caloocan decides to, you know, attack, they pretty much get whatever they want.
Yeah, I agree. That certainly has been the trend in this game because Caloocan, it's no secret how many capable scorers they have on this team, whether it's on the bench or not. Lots of guys willing to contribute. And ang maganda sa kanila, they take their turn. Nobody really demands the basketball. They just use the system to their advantage. They're making sure that it flows and whatever comes out of it, they're contented with that. While on the other side, Muntinlupa, it's really been somewhat an inconsistent performance para sa kanila. They play well up to a certain extent and then they give away a really terrible turnover.
No.
And that just starts it for Caloocan.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Mika.
When Kurt Lohera was still with DLSU, he thought he didn't want to play anymore, wanted to give up, too many negative thoughts at that time. But I guess when the dream has not left your system, he said, you push yourself. He is always that guy, you know, hanging around the stars. But the past few games, he was consistently helping Marvin Hayes on their push for their first win after 12 losses. For him, this is the job at hand right now. So Delphin Javi.
Thank you so much, Mika. And you know, when it's been a tough few months here for Muntinlupa. It's not easy. You know, not just as a team, but you know, personally for players. You know, you just can't get over the hump.
Ayun na nga eh.
And you know, when you're a guy like Kurt Lohera who has been, on winning programs, it's tougher because you've reached some of the highs in your career, and then now you're pretty much languishing, hindi naman sa ilalim, but right now, mabigat. With every game, it just gets tougher as the losses pile up.
Tama ka dyan.
Medyo malalim yung kailangan yung hugutin dito.
It has to come from each and every member of the team. Hindi pwedeng si Kurt lang, hindi pwedeng si Domark lang, hindi pwedeng si Miggy lang. It has to be each and every player on this team. Everybody has to be on the same page. And how do you do that? You do that through really effective communication, and that all starts with, internalizing what's been happening, making sure. Tingin ko nga, importante rin na mag-team building ulit itong Muntinlupa eh.
Hindi ba sila nag-team building?
Nakapag-team building na. Pero, may mga teams kasi na, especially sa haba ng season natin, minsan 2-3 beses nagti-team building eh.
Oo, kailangan talaga.
Dahil hindi mo maiiwasan that there will be points of the season where some players will feel distant to their other teammates. It's inevitable in a long season like this. So, very important that people leading this team make sure that doesn't happen, or make sure that they avoid that from happening.
Kailangan ma-address mo agad.
Yes.
55-46 here. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Cervantes dumps it to Bunsubre against Marge De Leon. Great defense by Marge. Casin, the kick out. Sanga for 3. Got it.
Nakita ko yung mukha ni Coach Aisel nung nasupalpal si Jun eh.
Nakita mo ba?
Hindi siya natuwa eh.
De Leon, nandun nga pala siya, oh.
First time ko yun makita na talagang she was watching up close. Kasi usually from afar siya manonood eh.
Yeah. 58-46. You know there are games when you feel like kahit it's a 10-12 point game, you feel like it's closer than the score line suggests. Ito naman, it's a 10-point game, it's a 9-point game, but it feels like it is not that close.
You're right. The same way I felt with the game earlier, San Juan versus Pampanga up to a certain point.
Pero lumabas yung laban ng Pampanga nung dulo eh.
The Giant Lanterns certainly picked it up. Lumabas rin yung championship experience nila doon. Larry Muyang, although he hasn't won a championship here in the league, he stayed true to what Pampanga was trying to prove in that game.
May foul pa dito. Kinailangan ko maglabas ng salamin ko para tingnan ang reaction ni Coach Aisel.
Umasim yung mukha nung napalpal si Jun Bonsubre.
Mga ganong kalayo kasi hindi ko makita. It's 57-48. De Leon missing on the first free throw.
Muntinlupa now 11 out of 18 from the free throw line. Sorry, 12 out of 19. 12 out of 20 na nga pala.
Marcuma quickly to Casin. Launches the 3. It won't go. Rebound, Brian Mendoza. Brian quickly to Matiliano. And Domark. Or was that Miggy Cartesa? Sorry about that. Nabitawan ng bola sa harap ng depensa.
And that's been the huge problem for Muntinlupa in this stretch. Turnovers. Currently now at 14. Still a minute to go in this game. We still have a full quarter to play.
Yun pala yun, Javi. Yun pala, that's why you feel like the score is, the margin is bigger than you know, because of the trend of the game, which is sa side ng Muntinlupa, they tend to stop their own momentum because of their turnovers.
You're right. Yep, that is the reason why. Because there's no continuity in the things that they do. Na-hamper yung progress nila in being a better team. Because each time they are at the brink of actually doing well.
A special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Corteza able to secure the defensive rebound under a minute to play. That's a poor foul.
Yep. Cassin was...
What was he thinking there?
He was already lagging behind and trying to really make a chase for it. Trying to swipe that ball from behind.
Mendoza at the line.
He has not yet been that type of player that Muntinlupa has expected him to be. In fact, coming in to this squad, they expected Mendoza to really be a big-time scorer para sa kanila.
Now, he was pretty much a role player when he was in college, diba?
Yeah, yeah.
Mahirap din kasi, no? When you...
Well, I mean, ang hirap rin naman maging star player dun sa team nila na yun, na puro stars din.
Oh, Barcuma. Bonsubre missing again. Mendoza to Corteza. Miggy fires. No good. Rebound. Sanga. Joey. They can go for the last shot here. 4-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Cervantes steps out to the three-point line. No good. Bonsubre with the offensive rebound. Sanga. Rail. Got it. That's totally unforgivable there, no? Daming opportunities. And they're supposed to be the younger team here.
Yeah. And yet Caloocan beating Muntinlupa time and time again to those loose balls. Kanina halos dikit lang yung rebounding disparity, pero ngayon 9 na ang plus na Caloocan in that department.
These are the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Yeah, at this point, Kurt Lohera continues to be that lone bright spot para dito sa Cagers. Marvin Hayes was trying to do his thing at the start of the third, but eventually Caloocan still really helping itong mga sarili nila to keep Muntinlupa at bay.
That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Final 10 minutes of this matchup here between Muntinlupa and Caloocan. Uy, huli kayo.
Baka di nagpaalam.
Sana all. Ramos was asking for a foul, hindi binigay. Sanga, surprisingly, drives to the cup. The Caloocan, after that early wobble, they have taken the second and third quarters.
It's really that second quarter that made a difference in this game. Muntinlupa lagging behind in terms of making shots, turning the ball over. And they were able to keep it set in that third quarter, although it didn't really look like it. But maganda yung naging palitan nila ng baskets. Kaya lang hindi nga sila makakuha ng enough stops to stem the tide here.
Yeah. First free throw goes down. 2 for 2 for Paul Sanga. It's a 12-point lead here for Caloocan. This game needs a spark though.
It does.
Marvin Hayes can't get it to drop. Well defended. Cabanag could not hit from beyond the arc. Rebound nakuha ni Patrick Ramos. Ramos to Lastimosa. That's off the mark. Ramos with the offensive rebound. Ron back to Patrick. That's short. Irvin Palencia slowing things down. 10 seconds on the shot clock para sa Caloocan. Cabanag. Bunsubre will fire. He gets it to drop.
Ooh. Beating the shot clock there, June Bunsubre. Only his 4th point, but he has 12 rebounds in this game, Sidel.
Oh. Well, you always expect that from June Bunsubre.
Ayan naman talaga ang kanyang role dito sa team na to.
Depensa and a lot of rebounding.
Foul on number 3, Patrick Ramos. Substitutions.
Changes here in the lineup for Muntinlupa.
From La Simosa, for the goal for Patrick Ramos. Also JJ Malangin for Jose Montes.
64-50. Cabanag in the lane. Count the basket plus the foul.
They're just relentless here itong Caloocan Batang Kangaloo.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Nandun yung depensa pero I don't feel there's enough resistance or pressure in trying to prevent a shot here by Muntinlupa on Caloocan.
The lead is up to 17 now. Lohera. Crossover, the jumper from Kurt. It's short. Bunsubre with the rebound. Kay JJ Manangit ang bola. Oh, nakaagaw dito Muntinlupa. Lohera, the spin move. Trying to challenge the defense of Bunsubre. Nothing there. Sanga from the corner. That's good. Too much here.
This is now a 20-point lead for the Caloocan Batang Kangaloo. Simple pass to the corner. Nobody on Paul Sanga. And that's too much space and time for the former FEU Tamarao. 70-50 at this point.
As we mentioned, Caloocan, yung kanilang mga huling laro dito ngayong season, they take on Ilagan Isabela on September 18. That's happening here at home. That's also the same day when Abra takes on San Juan.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Mark that date on your calendars.
medyo abangan nyo yan. No? Ganda nga ba yan? Marvin Hayes, 8 seconds on the shot clock here for Muntinlupa. Hayes to Sarangay with a jumper. It's in and out. 10-0 run to for Caloocan.
Muntinlupa, they just look a little disconnected here.
No. That's an offensive foul, yeah.
Yeah,
Tama.
just ramming into Domark Matiliano there. Ito si Jeromer Cabanag.
Offensive foul on number 7, Jeremiah Cabanag. His first.
First on Jeromer. $70-50, 20 points ang lamang. Matiliano. He'll fire a 3. Sanga. Maraming pwede dito sa 3-point shootout sa Caloocan. No?
Marami. They're filled with shooters. Paul Sanga, Jeromer Cabanag, you have JJ Manlangit, Jeff Banday will be part of the 3-point shooter, right?
Oo.
Chris Bitoon, very capable shooter as well. Prince Cassian has shown some improvement in that area.
Actually, kahit si JJ Manangit, pwede.
Yun na nga.
Shot clock was about to expire. Kurt Lohera. Sumabit si Paul Sanga doon.
Foul on number 11, Paul Sama is first.
Well, there might be still some time here para sa Muntinlupa to mount one last hurrah. Let's see if this starts with these free throws by Kurt Lohera.
For Borboy Timbuan. Shooting team, Kurt Lohera.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Missed both. No, missed only the one. Lohera, nasa labas, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Matiliano will fire. That's in and out.
Just a series of misses continuing right now para sa Muntinlupa. They've been trying to run some sets. Unfortunately, they haven't been getting some good looks.
Lohera comes up with the steal. Manday all alone. 2 points.
16 turnovers for Muntinlupa, which Caloocan has converted into 22 points.
Now they with the defense there. Cabanag. It's all over, but the final score here, Javi. It's been this way for a while.
It has. The trend has not changed. It's such a pity. You would think that the team that's reeling from an 11-game losing streak would actually try to be different in this game, but that just has not been the case, especially here in the second half. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I think more than the X's and the O's, I think it's really more internal yung problema dito ng Muntinlupa. I think they really have to talk amongst themselves and see how they can fix the problem.
Foul on number 16, Irvin Valencia.
Irvin Palencia.
Substitutions. Chris Vidal for Irvin Valencia.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split type air conditioners. So we're getting ready for All-Star Saturday.
Warning on Muntinlupa.
I think we will have that, as far as I know, we will begin right before 4 p.m.
Okay.
on Saturday, and we will start with the three-point shootout, the first round of the three-point shootout. Tapos, we'll have the executive game, and then the final round of the three-point shootout.
Oh, interesting. So, pinaghiwalay pala nila yung dalawang rounds.
Oo,
Kasi marami rin participants.
tama. Jesse Somoda scores underneath. So,
Sino mga maglalaro sa executive game na kailangan nating abangan?
syempre si Kaiser Galvez. Siya lang ang kailangan ko abangan. Ayoko nga mag-over kasi baka marami akong masabi dun eh.
Ako rin eh.
Tama ba?
Mukhang
Tama
marami
ba?
akong masasabi dun eh.
Baka ikaw
Former teammate ko pa yan eh.
Baka ikaw ang ma-assign. Hindi natin alam, di ba?
Nako, nasa sayo na yan.
Hindi natin alam, di ba?
Wala naman problema sa akin yan.
Oh.
I actually have covered the executive game for how many years straight already? Actually, lahat ng All-Star
Talaga?
All-Star days ko. I've covered the executive game. And I've been very much lucky to, I think, also call all the All-Star games. If I'm not mistaken.
Oo, may namimiss na tayo dito eh. Si ano eh. Miss ko lang eh. Si ano eh. Shout out Migs Gomez. This time of the year, we actually really miss him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Diba?
Ito
Hindi lang this time of the year, Migs. Okay? Maraming times in this year.
It just feels really different without you, brother.
Natapik ni Patrick Ramos doon. Pero, yun nga, no? After the three-point shootout, yung, I think, top 8 plus ties. And also, they're 15. And then we will reduce them to 8 plus ties. And then, may isa pang round. Yung tatlo. Plus ties.
Pero dire-diretso na yan. So, first round, executive game. Tapos second round. Tapos ties and finals.
And then, diretso tayo sa dunk contest.
Interesting format, ha? I think that ensures a lot of excitement para sa ating mga fans.
I think mas maganda ang flow.
Mas maganda nga flow.
Mas dire-diretso tayo.
Kasi mas walang, for me, mas konti yung magiging downtime dyan.
We will be right back. 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining.
Back at the Caloocan Sports Complex dahil napag-uusapan na nga ang All-Star. Jeff Manday at 30 said he never in his wildest dreams thought he would be an All-Star starter in his rookie year in the pros. Hindi nga daw niya pangarap maging basketball player, naging All-Star pa. Ang tubong barangay Sumag, sabi niya he thought he would be a tricycle driver one day at the most magkaroon ng sariling tricycle. But here he is saying, grabe ang lipay ko. Kindly translate, Mr. Tupas.
Grabe ang kalipay ni Mr. Jeff Manday sa iyang pagsulod sa All-Star Game. Daw hindi gid siya makapati nga ara siya sa All-Star Game. And, you know, that means that, you know, yung happiness niya, he is overjoyed of making it to the All-Star lineup and then making it as a starter. And this guy, hindi ko na nabuta sa Bacolod to eh, nung pasikat siya eh. But, you know, I know where Barangay Sumag is. It's a coastal barangay. I think Jeff would have been a fisherman if he was not playing basketball. You know, this is sabi niya, no? He could have been a tricycle driver, but look at where his skills and his, you know, and his drive has taken him.
Oh yeah, to the national stage. And that just really proves to everybody else, especially to the younger generation, that when you put your mind to something, you will definitely get the opportunity at least to go places. It is up to you to make of that opportunity.
Alam mo, the work ethic of Jeff Manday, I think, stands out for me. I think I've seen a lot of his videos na, you know, just working on his shot. And even in Bacolod na, you know, hindi ganun, malayo sa mga gym dito sa Manila, yung facility doon. So, yeah, from there, that work ethic was already developed. This play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. He certainly brings a lot of pride to the City of Smiles.
At dyan mo masasabi si Delph na, you know, despite not having really good facilities, tinabaho niya. Diyan sinasabi ng maraming tao na it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Just make do with what you have, but make the best of what you have.
Oo. And itong tira niya, no? This shot of his, ganda ng, it's quick release, a lot of power from the legs as well. You know, I think yung mechanics na tira niya, a lot of similarities with Steph Curry. You know, I'm not saying that he is very close to that, but may similarity lang, no? Even the release.
Yeah, I agree. No secret why he took that jersey number as well. But it works for him, and bagay sa kanya, especially because hindi siya ganun katangkaran. That enables him to get shots off even against taller defenders. And even on the run, he likes taking shots.
And you know, this is a very, very smart pickup. If you ask me, Choggy Laude joins in on the scoring. This is a very, very smart pickup para dito sa Caloocan during the offseason. Ito si Jeff Manday. Just want to reiterate that.
Because aside from adding depth to the point guard spot, of course, that's the general idea. But he adds another layer to what this Caloocan team can do. Nagkaroon bigla ng isa pang variation yung guard rotation nila.
Because they relied a lot on Jeremer Cabanag during the playoffs last season. And Jeremer was able to deliver, you know, kahit papano, maganda yung pinakita ni Jeremer. But syempre, gusto mo, you know, you add another one and an even better three-point shooter. So that pretty much sums it up. Caloocan with another dominant win here at home at the Caloocan Sports Complex. Very, very impressive win here to you know, as they go into the All-Star break. Caloocan has Pangasinan, Ilagan, Zamboanga, and Sarangani remaining in their schedule. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
He started it, Sadelf, in that second quarter after Caloocan was able to trim the lead of Muntinlupa to 1 heading into the second period. Siya na trumabaho dito, scoring the points, and he also helped defensively limit Muntinlupa to just 12 points in that second quarter.
And I'm seeing a trend here in our best player of the game interviews. A lot of the players now are joining the best player of the game for interviews. And alam mo na, no, ibig sabihin, gumagana ang mga team building. Let's turn you over to Mika Bisamis.
Maraming salamat. Ito na nga, no, galing team building. Kasama sila lahat ngayon sa best player interview. Kay Kuya Rael Cervantes. Payagan nyo naman ang magsalita. Okay, Rael, 11 points ka ng second quarter tapos hindi na nga nakabalik yung Muntinlupa mula na, ano. Kumusta ka?
Okay naman. Healthy. Salamat Kyle, healthy.
Sa tagal mo dito sa Caloocan, yan na nga, nakapag-team building pa kayo. Itong lineup na to, sa tingin mo ba, ito na yung magdadala sa inyo sa mas matataas na pwesto sa playoffs?
Sana kasi maganda yung samahan namin ngayon. Lalo kami nag-band ng sobra. Tsaka yun nga, nag-team building kami. Siguro na nag-usap-usap kami sa isa't isa kung paano namin gawin para makapasok kami sa Stay humble lang.
Emotional pala si Kuya Ronnie Matias. Meron ka ba mga gusto batiin at pasalamatan?
Siguro una nagpapasalamat kay Lord, sa wife ko, sa Hawaii, mga kapatid ko, Ralph, Friends, Ram, sa mama ko, sa papa ko, sa mga taga Bicol, sa Billy Cheese, Jameson Boys, tsaka kay Mayor Along Malapitan, Congressman Oka, and Consi Enting Malapitan, Lexi Malapitan, as sa mga sponsor, thank you. Yan Coolers, It's Top LPG, Stay Cool Clothing, Word Balance, Mandarin Sky, Father Roel na nasa Jerusalem, Brother Arnold and Pastor Caloocan. Happy birthday kay Sir Larry Castro, tsaka sa father-in-law ko, tsaka sa mother-in-law ko. God bless po.
Maraming salamat, Real Cervantes. His best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sit up and have it.
Here we go. Our All-Star Saturday is coming on September 6. So, balik tayo sa Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. Maraming salamat kay Mayor Jel Alonte for hosting us. The 3-point shootout magsisimula around 3:30, 3:45. And then the executive game. First round yan, ang 3-point shootout magsisimula. And then we have the finals of the 3-point shootout right after the executive game, followed by the slam dunk contest. And then we have the All-Star game, North versus South. So, very competitive lagi ang ating mga All-Star games. So, abangan nyo yan sa Sabado. So, for my partner, Abby Palanya, our courtside reporter, Nika Abisamis, ito po si Dev Tupa saying thank you and good night from Caloocan.